All right. Welcome back to an episode of Politics and Movies. This is going to be a fun one. Today, as usual, you're going to hear Mike and friends, and today our friend is Billy. He's a friend. He's not me.
Oh, that was another episode. Where was you in that episode? Well, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm friend. I'm not foe.
Anyway, for Memorial Day weekend, we're doing a very special episode. Small Soldiers. The
Hell yeah.
1998 American science fiction action, adventure, and fun satire. And of course, it stars Kirsten Dunst, Gregory Smith, Jay Moore, Phil Hartman, Kevin Dunn, Dennis Leary, Frank Langella, and Tommy Lee Jones. It's, of course, directed by Joe Dante and written by Gavin Scott, Adam Rifkin, Ted Elliott, and Terry Rossio. And just, like off the bat, what do you got? Do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, it's a fun movie. And I mean, also, like, I feel like some people don't like just describing movies as fun, but
Well, yeah.
I really think that this is just enjoyable. It's also like kind of like a kid's movie too, but it's really it's got like really good action. It's got really good comedy. It paces itself incredibly well. And I don't think there's a lot of movies out there like this as well. It's kind of, it riffs a little bit on the idea of like Toy Story. And this did come after Toy Story, but it definitely goes the completely different direction than that.
Yeah. No, this has a satirical edge to it. This has razor sharp corporate satire, and like, wow, like Joe Dante always, like gave us these little nuggets of satire that we didn't deserve and we didn't fully appreciate, because this movie received mixed reviews when it came out. It was a mild financial success, but it didn't do super hot, But I think it's aged incredibly well, especially with the AI fears and all that stuff.
Yeah. I can understand that this might not do so well, at least back then, in the theaters, because I'm sure, like, I could see kids wanting to see this, but parents just being like, what is this? This is just like, I don't know. I it's not like that out there, but it is still just, it's frighteningly, like you said, it's well aged because it's frighteningly possible. Especially with some of with the ending of what they say. These soldiers would be good for using in our military.
Oh, wait, that's funny. That's so funny, because I wanted to get into that right off the bat. Yes. Wait. Let me go. God, I've been talked over so many fucking times in the last few days, but it's not you.
Oh yeah, that's what people say. I'm talking over you right now.
Yeah. Fuck
no. You.
Anyway, yeah, great.
Go ahead, please.
Anyway, Larry and Irwin are a very interesting duo. Very interesting. Because Larry is kind of the ambitious one. He's the guy with the head for, like, oh, I'm gonna, do this thing. I'm gonna, get ahead in my career, and maybe Irwin will come with me, but like, it's about me. It's not really about him. Meanwhile, Irwin is the technical guy. He's obsessed with the science and the engineering and the figures, and he's good at that stuff. He's very knowledgeable. But the problem is because of Larry's ego, he he gets in the way so many.
Oh yeah. Well, he's the American dream. He's the
Yeah,
ambition.
yeah,
He wants to push things as hard as he can so he could, because that's what entrepreneurs do. They fucking push it in and they just make it work. So he's just does the most rash, stupidest thing because he thinks like, oh, I'm gonna do what the boss wanted and this is gonna be good. And of course, Erwin would have disagreed with him, but to him, Erwin is just, he's just the worker. He's just a little nobody who can be used. When, funnily enough, Larry can just be used just the same way.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely. I mean, it's it's crazy because what I really like is that Larry doesn't realize what he has. He doesn't realize what he's doing to the toys when he's putting the munitions chips in. Realize that if he had just talked to someone about it, like even, like at the end of the movie, when Dennis Leary's character, Gil Mars, the CEO of Globotech, was like, hey, like we can just send these to the, to the freedom fighters in Colombia or wherever, like why
Yeah.
not? Like if he had just been upfront about that and like hey, I'm putting this experimental military chip in these toys, I'm sure he would have been on board right away, and none of the events of the movie would have ever happened.
Well, that's we definitely are working backwards here, but that is also the funny thing is that, I mean, there really is no consequences for Larry. Is the right? He's gotten away with murder almost, like nobody died, obviously, but he's done such a shitty, stupid thing that could have potentially killed people. And of course, what does he get? He basically gets a promotion because, wow, what an idea! You had a good idea. You just took it in the wrong direction. Good job, almost killing people. His ambition almost gets rewarded. It's crazy. I mean, like this is definitely just a satire on what capitalism is, what it does to you, what it makes you, how it drives you to, really kind of see people as fodder and just use them.
No, absolutely. Like everyone with corporate interests in this, it's an opportunist. Like
Yeah,
especially Larry and especially Gills. Yeah.
yeah. To the degree where that gag at the end, where the CEO comes in and he's looking at the collateral damage and everything, where the house and the dad and mom come out, and dad is like, you gotta pay for this, and I can't believe you did this to me. And he doesn't even talk to him. His fucking secretary writes the check, and dad is flabbergasted by the amount, and it's just like, oh wow, like this pays for everything, thank you. And then like all the checks come in and everybody's just so pleased with it. Like this guy does not see like human beings. The CEO sees people as profit, collateral damage, or just like his workers, his slave labor. Like people are just nothing to him. He doesn't even like really communicate unless he needs something from them.
Right, right. He is like the ultimate like satirical take on like a CEO. Like it's like it honestly reminds me a lot of the novel timeline. We don't talk about the movie, but the Michael Crichton novel timeline. It's got a like that, a corrupt asshole businessman who's only interested in profits and like he doesn't care about the human labor aspect of it. In fact, in the novel, like a few people die, and he's still like, yeah, okay, whatever. And he does eventually get his comeuppance, but it's not till the end of the novel. But anyway, yeah, the movie sucked, so we don't talk about that. Yeah. One of the worst Michael Crichton adaptations. It's
Even worse than Congo.
Yes. Congo is fun bad. It's got some really fun moments. You know, it's like
I've never watched it. I've never.
Oh my god, it's got Bruce Campbell in it. It's got Tim Curry in it. It's got Laura Linney in it. You know, it's got a surprisingly good cast. Yeah,
That's crazy. That's fun, actually.
Yeah, and it's really funny because Tim Curry ends up getting killed by a gorilla. Okay, spoilers for Congo. I guess. Shit, I should have said that.
We can never help ourselves.
Spoilers for a 30-year-old movie. Who cares?
Well, our rest in peace, Tim Curry.
Rest in peace.
Well, what is there anything you want to say on that angle? Because that is definitely a substantial part of this movie, especially with just with the soldiers themselves, like becoming sentient, becoming, able to create plans, able to have vendettas, able to use people and manipulate people in strategic ways. Like you said, very akin to AI without any without any safety chip implemented. And honestly, it does show how one fuck up here can really be just that massive shitstorm. When it comes to this AI, we're just seeing small, silly mistakes at this moment. Cockroaches live in your cock. The stuff that one YouTuber that I really like to watch who shows how AI can really suck with how many E's are in 17, little things like that, but also not little things with just taking people's art theft and shit like that. But we haven't really seen. Well, I'll bite my tongue on that. We have seen some harm on a minimal level where people have followed AI and have killed themselves. Of course, people will always say, that's your usage of it. You need to be more responsible with it. But still, in here, nobody really uses the Commando Elite to prompt it to kill people. Or just that's its incentive. That's its mission at the start. Sorry, I went on my tirade.
Well, actually, you're a little wrong.
Really? I am. I could have forgotten that.
Well,
how's it incentivized at the start? The little kid?
What? What are you talking about? Billy, the Commando Elite are after the Gorgonites. The humans are in the way. They're just collateral damage.
Oh.
They're not a target. That's what I'm saying.
No. I was thinking about the little kid who starts playing with the Commando Elite before they go home with him.
Oh yeah, because he's trying to get they're trying to get him neutralized because he's fucking up the operation. Playing with them like they're toys because they are toys, but they don't know that.
Does he say anything like, "Oh, you guys kill the bad guy though," or you guys kill the good? You guys have to kill the Gorgonites.
I
can't remember.
With the little kid?
Yeah.
Billy.
I think he does say that, doesn't he?
No.
Oh, well.
He's playing with the Commando Elite, and he's doing like a storyline, he's like, oh, this one dies, and it's Chip Hazard, the leader. And then he's like, oh, he's replaced by this one. And then the other soldier's like, I'm so sorry, sir. It wasn't my idea.
Yeah.
This little, and the comedy in this is so fucking funny.
Definitely. Yeah. That's interesting because he doesn't even have them fighting the Gorgonites at that point. They're just kind of in their own little scenario.
Yeah, they're in, they're. I don't remember where that is in the movie. It's like
It's in the beginning.
No, but they've already been in pursuit of the Gorgonites, right? Like the one guy That was after the scene with the bike where Alan's on the bike and
Oh.
and they they're pursuing him on the bike and he has no fucking idea, and he just happens to kill the one because he rides up illegally on the sidewalk. Of course, I'm going to mention that. I guess depending on local laws, but it's illegal in most places, as far as I know.
Yeah. So the
Yeah.
political thing to take away from that is it should be okay to ride on the illegal part of the sidewalk as a bike
Something like that.
rider. Yeah, I don't know.
So speaking of Alan, how do you feel about him and his dynamic with Kirsten Dunst's character?
I feel like
Christy.
yeah, Alan and Chrissy.
Christy. With a
Christy.
T.
Yeah. I really don't mind their characters. I like that Alan is kind of like just growing up fast, taking care of his dad's store when his dad is not around. Kind of, he's also like a rule breaker. He is a good like protagonist for this film, and he definitely reminds you that this is still a kids film, and still I think there's a little bit of like a meta-ness to how he is like our main character, and it's just wants to tell us like we shouldn't really look down on kids, because this kid is like more mature than even like most of the parents in this film. We shouldn't really look down and belittle kids and have media for kids that are just soulless and stupid and just like just I mean, things like that can serve its purpose. Like, don't get me wrong, like Sesame Street, of course, is
Sesame
fundamental.
Street, Rogers, all that stuff that the funding was cut from because PBS, was considered a leftist outlet by the stupid fucking Republican administration. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you brought up Mr. Rogers, because he has such a good quote of when he goes up to a judge and he's like pleading for like funding and funding his channel, and he's saying like what he would say on his on his show, and he's saying like, we make sure the kids feel heard, we make sure that we recognize the kids, we don't talk down to them, we treat them like people, we know how it feels when you get hurt, we know how it feels when you like want to take out that anger, and just like stuff like that, like just not really treating kids just like they're stupid, treating them like they're intelligent beings. And it's so interesting having this character be the center of this movie that's a kids movie, and him being more mature than the adults, because it's like, yeah, I mean, we have adult themes in this movie. We have adult like politics and everything, but like kids can love this more than adults. This is an amazing movie. So it's like it really drives that point across very well without even like saying it out loud. It's just all implied. It's just such a good written movie. Do you have any thoughts on that? Was that something that you've thought about too?
Yes. I've been dying to talk about it, but I
cut you off on it. I'm so fucking sorry.
It's okay. You've just been talking forever.
No, I'm sorry. You can talk, please.
You always do this. It's okay.
And you said it wasn't me, and now you're saying always.
No, it's okay. You do it literally every time, but I normally don't mind because it gives me a break. But this time, I really have some stuff I want to say, and you keep talking about the same thing over and over. I'm sorry.
Not us over and over. What? I just got on that point.
You said no less than 3 times that he's more mature than the adults.
Well, because I was bringing it back. full circle.
Well,
That's how an argument goes.
well, I know. Well, let me give examples. I I really like the character of Alan. I really like that he is pragmatic and intelligent, and yeah, in some ways, that's a good point. He is more pragmatic and business minded than his dad even. Like, yeah, he runs the
Yeah.
shop. He's trying to sell like more profitable toys. He understands like the business side of it. He's
Yep.
like, okay, no kid, no modern kid wants all this old fuddy-duddy stuff from that his dad grew up with as a kid and thinks, and the store's not doing well, right?
Yeah.
So that was a pretty good motivation for him to like
Sign off
yeah,
on it without his dad's permission,
right, yeah,
consent.
like, basically like uh doing a under the table deal with the delivery truck driver Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is also just kind of like also kind of mature too.
yeah, but can we just talk about for a second how uh Joe Dante casts Dick Miller a lot, and he's always good. He's always good, and like,
Love him.
yeah, he's great. He was good in The Burbs too.
Yeah. No, I love him so much.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, and of course in The Burbs, he's only in it for like a couple minutes as one of the beleaguered garbage men and the sensible one who doesn't want to dig through the trash. But anyway, what I'm getting at is I think it's actually a really sweet moment in a way where Alan's like, hasn't anything ever fallen off the truck? And he responds, I don't like your tone. It's too loud. But yeah, I think it's interesting, and that like I don't know if in reality, like he would get away with losing, 12 very expensive toys. Like it would be probably pretty obvious to the receiving company, what happened, especially if there wasn't well, as a truck driver, there would normally be a seal on the back of the truck, even a box truck as well. Yeah, especially a box truck that only gets broken by the receiving clerk. At the wherever the fuck he's taking it to, a warehouse, to a store, whatever. The receiving clerk has to be the one to cut the seal usually, or the receiving clerk at least has to be present, because otherwise you're probably going to jail, especially if something's missing.
Well, I definitely read into that as we've seen some of the other workers in this movie, and most of them are like either inept or just like not really. Well, most of them are usually inept, and this is a guy with compassion, doing something that he loves, and talking to people that he cares about, and um, you could really tell that he just views Alan with just compassion. So you can probably infer that this guy's received flack before, for, especially when he does this, and he does hesitate. He's a little reluctant, but he does it, and it's like if his job is on the line, I could see him going home and still feeling like he did the right thing here. And I feel like for Larry and for Irwin, that should be the motivation: is not making a profit, but having a job with compassion that you love and helping kids.
Oh
Same thing
yes,
with the movies in general. Sorry, I
yeah,
was tying it back to that.
yeah. All right.
You go ahead.
I guess like since we're still talking about quote unquote the kids, yeah. Another thing about Alan is he's got flaws, like any protagonist should, but
Oh, yeah.
they like you said, yeah, he's a bit of a troublemaker. He can't help getting into trouble, and everyone knows that he's got a reputation at school, despite like just getting there. Like, oh, you've been kicked out of what did the
Oh,
uh
boy.
first boyfriend say? You've been kicked out of 9 schools or something. He's like, it was only 2.
that takes a lot of energy.
Yeah.
As a teacher,
No,
that
no,
takes
but
a lot of energy.
he was only kicked out of 2 schools.
That still takes a lot of energy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm just saying that it's interesting that like the gossip mill, is like already playing telephone with him, and he just fucking got there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like so that's an interesting perspective. Christy is very popular. Alan is very popular, but on like kind of in a foil kind of way, like in a dark way.
Yeah.
She's popular because she's funny and attractive, and gets along with everyone and is a bubbly personality. And then but she's also got like that sarcastic side that's fun, and Kirsten Dunst kills it, of course. She's always great.
I actually forgot it was her.
Yeah, this was one of her last movies before she really blew up. Because of course, before this she did Jumanji and the vampire movie.
Oh, Interview.
Interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a little the redhead.
I always forget that she's a child actress.
Yeah.
Child star, I guess I should say.
Right. Yeah, like one of the few that's seemingly well adjusted.
Is there such a thing?
I don't know.
For child stars?
I think so. Macaulay Culkin's doing well these days.
Yeah. Good for him.
Yeah. Oh shit, he's in the new season of Fallout. He was great. He played the Kaiser.
I've been seeing his commercials with him and Brenda all over. I don't know, what is it? On Amazon Prime.
Yeah,
it does make me very happy for them.
Me too. And Brenda Song seems really. She's fun. She's really funny. And even in like she was in the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, and she was funny in that show, even though it's a Disney show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's the next thing on your mind? I mean, I am sorry because I do think like
it's okay. It's okay.
Movie we both love.
I know.
So.
I just I got a little hurt, but I didn't want to say anything, and then I said the wrong thing, and
no,
that's usually how that goes.
It's okay. I definitely.
It's funny
you are
because
free to jump off any point I make.
Okay, well, it's like it's just funny because it's a bad instinct, right? Like I should fess up before the bad feelings come, because then that turns into lashing out.
Yeah, it always escalates.
Well, anyway, yeah, I do want to talk about World War II is my favorite war.
You want to talk about the wars?
We can talk about well, we can start there. Okay, what do you think of when I say that?
I don't want to another tangent that is very possible.
No,
here.
this time I'm this time I'm commissioning it. Go ahead.
Well, it's funny because as I told you when we were talking about like doing this film, I'd seen it with C, so on my rewatch, and I obviously have seen this like 20 times, but for my rewatch with C like a year ago, it was very, very, very obvious. Like as soon as the Gorgonites are like introduced, all the allusions to them talking about their home, like their character design, some of them being more nature oriented or animal oriented, they have a American Indian kind of feel, Native American feel to them.
Yes. This is definitely a metaphor for imperialism.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. The fact that the bad guys are soldiers, and the good guys are like you said, like these earthy, nature oriented, weird looking monsters that the Commando Elite always called freaks.
Yes.
So they're definitely painted through and through as the underdogs, and like they don't even think they can fight. they're like, I don't know what the hell we're gonna do against these guys because they're soldiers and we're just a bunch of weird looking monsters. Some of them don't even have hands, you know?
Yep. And the way that they do manage to fight in the end is
Right.
very kind of like is also its own metaphor and allusion to those Native Americans learning and starting to fight back in their own way. But of course, it was still a war that they, were destined to lose, a genocide that they were destined to lose.
Right. The only way the satire circle would have been complete is if it ended with the Gorgonites getting blamed for everything, the violence. Well, they were
Yeah.
stopping the Commando Elite. Clearly, they're savages. The settlers never did anything that bad. My left dick, fucking moron.
Yeah, in an interesting way, like the reason why the Gorgonites do come out on top in here is because of like Alan intervening,
Yeah. Alan is definitely their ally. He's intervening on their behalf. He is also like doing what they do, because he's not a soldier either. He's not even really a fighter. We don't have any evidence that he's actually, like fought like extensively. But like, I mean, and you can kind of tell, like he's kind of like not doing great, for especially in the beginning.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, yeah, like he uses the like you said about some other movies we talked about. He's when we were talking about Die Hard, he's an environmental fighter. He uses what's around him.
Yeah.
And so do the Gorgonites, and they even like, yeah, okay, so maybe it's a bit Deus Ex Machina that that they just happen to fall under the satellite dish. Okay, whatever. I'm not even sure if that would have actually protected them from an EMP blast that strong, but I digress. We don't. It's a movie. It's a cute ending. I like it. I'm not complaining.
Oh yeah.
I think this is one of Dennis Leary's best roles, and I think that's really saying something. Because
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like everyone in the back in the day called him like the discount Bill Hicks, which I don't think is fair because they have a similar vibe, but they did different things with it, right? Bill Hicks mostly did stand up. Dennis Leary mostly does TV and movies. I think they, like had like you could say like maybe if Bill Hicks didn't overdose and die, that maybe he would have gotten on TV, but it didn't really seem like his thing. Like he was kind of like a, an outsider. Like he didn't like to be part of the, he didn't like the idea of selling out, let's say.
There's definitely nothing I can contribute to this point.
No, we can move on. I just thought I'd mention it.
Well, I do think the ending is super heartwarming, and it's just like, if we could revise history, this is what I'd want for the Native American population to find their home, to get their home, and be able to stay there without the white army killing everyone.
Yeah. Or
not funny.
Or any strings, because we have reservations, but they're dog shit. I have it on good authority. It's hard to find jobs there. Addiction is rampant. People aren't doing great. But Ronnie just got a job actually in a casino, and he's making a lot more money. So he's fine with that. But like, yeah, it's like, okay, the people, like the silly counter argument to that is of course that, like, oh, what about the Native American casinos? It's like, oh my God.
I mean, same thing said towards, Jewish people, like,
right.
Oh, they took all these jobs. Wow. Native American worker in casinos. Like, oh, this is what you've forced onto, this group of people. Like, what did you fucking expect?
Yeah. And it's not like, honestly, I think in some ways it's even worse than the Jewish thing, because in this case, it's a lot less people that are running these casinos. They make it sound like the whole town owns a part of the casino. Like, that's not the case. Hell, apparently someone even asked Ronnie if if he got money from the casino just for being Native American and living on the reservation. And he was like, fuck no, of course
Ooh,
not.
that
That's
makes
not
me cringe.
Yeah, that's not how capitalism works. That doesn't. Yeah, it is relevant. It's
Yeah,
fine.
I think to add to this point, and I can't really see much else to say, but um, and this might be a stretch, but when Alan is trying to tell his parents what's going on, and he's like, he has which Gorgonite is it? The main one.
Archer.
Archer, yeah, how could I forget that? He has Archer there, and he's like, Archer, say something to my parents. It kind of is like, all right, Archer doesn't say anything because he's just afraid of the impact it could potentially have. It's kind of like where, I
Well,
mean,
I don't even know if it was. Archer is still learning at that point, and he was just listening to Alan's previous orders, like literally, just like
oh yeah,
it's played as a joke, but I think like he really thought that was what he wanted. Shut up, you know.
yeah,
To the point where like apparently it didn't override the new command.
yeah, and I guess it could just be like the frustration, the tensions between, um, you know, someone who just doesn't understand another people, like someone who doesn't understand Native Americans, someone who's the fish out of water thing of just, oops, I was, they were too literal with what I said.
Yeah, that's why you got to be careful when you're talking AI. You got to be precise.
Well, the other war illusion, um, that I was thinking of was the experimentation with the dolls.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, where after the death of the commander dolls, I forget
Which one?
names.
What? How'd he die?
Um, he was the first. Wait, no,
The bike guy, the one that got killed by the bike.
I think he was the bike guy.
The bike guy. That was Brick Bazooka, voiced by George Kennedy. Oh my god, the cast, the god for this. What the fuck?
It makes
And,
me
like,
sad that this did not meet its budget. Or
no, it did. It did. I said it was a moderate success.
oh, okay, okay,
Yeah, it made 87 million against a budget of 40, so it made a minor profit, small profit.
okay.
Yeah.
A 7 million profit. I could do with a sequel to this. We're getting a Gremlins sequel. Hey, what about this movie, guys?
Yeah, Andre Dante. Well, I mean, to be fair, the actor, the child actor that played Alan Abernathy, Gregory Smith, is retired from acting, but they don't have to bring him back.
Yeah.
What would be really interesting is if they made Christy, Kirsten Dunst's character, the protagonist for the sequel.
Oh, that'd be so fucking inspired.
Oh my
I
god.
could do for that. Yes, please.
Oh, but then
Oh,
the chuds will call it woke, but who gives a fuck?
it was Nick Nitro's chip. I saw on
Oh,
the
that goes into the dolls. Yeah.
yeah. So
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking. I thought you said the first death. So that's
I
the
did.
yeah. That's okay.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. It was Alan. Yeah, Alan was being attacked by Nick Nitro, and his hand got sliced up, and then he's like, you stupid toy, and just shoved him in the garbage disposal. That was fun. And then, of course, yeah, that's when the parents come in, and they're like, "How the fuck did you cut your hand like that?" Yeah,
yeah.
but like, okay, let's talk about his parents a little bit because they are important characters that we haven't. Let's talk about all the parents. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with Alan's parents. We've got a very interesting duo. I don't know how these people have chemistry. Yeah, we've got
A loveless marriage for sure.
well, I don't know. There doesn't seem to be too much like it's like it feels like a a 90s boomer stereotypical, you know, like the maybe the passion is gone and the intimacy is gone, but the obligation is still there, and you feel obligated to you know your partner, and you do anything for them, but you know, like you're not as close as you used to be. The honeymoon phase is over. You've been married for, you know, whatever, 15, 20 years, whatever. And this definitely captures that a bit. I think both, you know, sets of parents kind of capture that in a way, you know, because it's
Yeah,
not like you know, it's not like Phil and his wife are going hot and heavy either, you know. They're, you
yeah,
know, like he's like so obsessed with technology and like having the latest thing, you know, and he's like, oh, so proud of his new TV and sound system, and he has no idea how to use it, and he's annoying his wife, and it's just funny.
yeah, and it kind of goes along with these soldiers in general. Like, just, I mean, really, they weren't thinking about what was fun. They just thought, how can we take these toys to the next level where people can enjoy them, like, or where not. Bleh, I just contradicted myself. How can we take these toys to the next level of playing back?
Right.
Like the like that's is that really fucking necessary?
Well, they were looking for, to be fair, they were looking for any kind of edge. Because at that point they didn't really have one. They were getting turned down by toy companies left and right. They didn't know what to do. So yeah, that's why Larry, with his big ego, said, "Oh, this chip should be fine."
Yeah.
You put a munitions chip in toys. Oh God, David Cross is so good in this too.
Yeah, but it's like people messing with technology, but not really respecting it, not really
Right,
understanding it.
right. Like it's the mad scientist angle, right? And that was very big in the '90s and '80s. You know, like we talked about The Fly. We haven't
Yeah.
talked about Jurassic Park yet, but that'll come up at some point. But yeah, it was a big thing. You know, and like it's a common sci-fi trope too, and yeah, we've talked about that too. Um, but yeah, the dangers of, you know, science and technology in the wrong hands, or you know, with someone that's a little kooky, yeah, or in Larry's case, just kind of oblivious and
Yeah.
an idiot. Yeah,
Yeah, it's almost like, oh, this is for kids. This is not going to have any potential to have any downfall, but because something's for kids, we have to be more careful. There needs to be more, you know, insurances to make sure that kids are also safe.
right, right. And there have been dangerous toys, even in you know, especially in this country, that have come out and had to be recalled because they were, you know, causing injuries, or you know, in some cases even deaths.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, the Kinder Egg. That's the stupidest example. Kids were eating the whole egg with the toy inside. It was like, that was so
Oh my
stupid.
god.
And like the entire world is like, what the fuck is wrong with you Americans? Because everywhere else has it and they don't have an issue. But I, you know, like it's a kind of funny example. It's the funniest example that I could think of anyway. Oh, I guess it's not funny if anyone, you know, like got hurt from it. And it sounds like they did. So just a, you know, bad situation.
Oh, oh, sorry. I was gonna so go back to the parents because that's what
Sure.
you were originally talking about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the toys drug both the Christie's parents.
Yeah, Phil and Marion, who is funny enough played by Wendy Shaw, who's also in The Burbs.
Of course, Joe Dante loves his recurring actors and
Yeah,
actresses.
yeah.
Um, do you think that what what drug was it? Do you think that they've
I
done this before?
what? Yeah,
They've used this drug before. Why should
yeah,
they have this around?
yeah. Before they were made, you know, it's like a child's play situation. They were all real people, and they all went to bar. Yeah, roofie. Yeah.
You know, I meant the parents, right?
You mean why did they have that in the first place?
Yeah.
Sleeping pills. Some people
Well,
have trouble sleeping, Billy.
I take a melatonin.
Yeah, well, some people need something stronger. I can attest to that. I have in the past. I'm okay now. But yeah, I used to be on fucking Klonopin.
Oh,
Is that the one? I don't fucking know. Or is that the? I always get it. I always get the one that I used to be on mixed up with a schizophrenia, not schizophrenia, with a epilepsy drug.
yeah. I don't think Clonopin. I think Clonopin's a more. Is Clonopin an SSRI?
No,
I don't know. I could be wrong about that.
it's
Of
not
course, I'm
necessary.
wrong. Well, anyway.
Anyway, yeah. So yeah, back to Phil and Marion. And okay, one more thing. This was Phil Hartman's last role. Before his wife killed him. Before his unfortunate death. And he does a great job here, of course. He always did. He was a fantastic actor. But yeah, like as far as their dynamic goes, Phil and Marion, it is different than like Alan's parents because they are aloof, but in a sort of more dysfunctional way, in a way, because at least Alan's parents they know how to support each other, or at least Irene knows how to support Stuart. Because Stuart is just kind of like the stereotypical stressed out dad. He's just always like in a mood. It's always something upsetting him. He has a really bad temper, and we see him go off several times in this movie, especially at the end with everyone who finally is like, oh, what the fuck happened? What's going on?
Yeah. Do you
Why
get
is
the
there a
vibe?
war zone in the middle of this suburb? Yeah.
Do you get the vibe that none of these parents like really wanted kids?
I don't know. Like, of
It
course, it's a possibility. Like, it does kind of give the vibe of like the kind of people who settle down for the sake of settling down. Like, that could be the thing. Yeah, sure. Because that's just what you do, right?
yeah.
Get a good job, get a house, get some kids. The American dream. Have a car. 2.5 kids.
I just see it as sometimes they seem more interested in and this could also be um because like in some movies we are not used to seeing parents being so developed as characters too. This is a good movie that goes out of its way to make sure that these characters do feel real to us. Like I feel like we normally don't see characters have their or parents in movies for children have their own wants or needs or have their own like little quirks and or interests and stuff. Like these characters
Yeah.
are just so interesting, so dynamic.
Well, like
No,
you
I
were
mean,
alluding to earlier, it's like an elevated kids movie. Like, there's plenty of violence, but there's no actual deaths. The characters are pretty well fleshed out for the most part.
yeah,
Yeah. The the plot is really fun and interesting. The fight scenes are really fun and interesting. I mean, it's just a fun movie, like you said.
yeah. So it's interesting that in my brain, for that reason, because they have their own interests, it makes me think like, oh, maybe they aren't really interested in their own kids, but it could just be, that they have their own interests, and that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, like they're to your point, they're latchkey kids, right? It's a very like early '80s vibe. They're pretty much on their own. They can do whatever they want, come and go as they please.
Yeah,
And yeah, it's like they, in a way, that's a good thing. It teaches independence. But then there's the other thing of like when that was going on, there were a lot of disappearances, a lot of disappearing kids because it was also unfortunately a time when we had the most active serial killers in this country. So it was like an open buffet for them. But anyway, yeah.
God.
Yeah, like imagine this movie combined with the Black Phone.
That's a that's a team up.
Oh God. But yeah, like I think Alan's parents are a lot more involved with him. And I think the reason for that, of course, is because he's kind of a messed up kid. He's got
Yeah.
problems, he's been causing problems at school. So, yeah, his parents are going to be a little bit more hands on with him than Christy's parents because they're like, oh, she's doing fine. She's good. She's independent. She's doing her thing. Like, yeah, she's got an asshole boyfriend, but like that doesn't, like seem to affect them at all, as far as I can tell.
Oh, you mentioned that Alan's dad having a temper too, right?
Yeah.
Uh, it is interesting too to have that like kind of that comparison for
Well, let me go off on a little tangent real quick, if that's okay.
yeah, go
Um,
ahead.
well, I think the first scene with both Phil and Stuart together, with both Phil and Stu in the same scene, is a great character moment for both of them. It's a defining character moment, where Stu comes out and he's like, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing to my tree?" And Phil's like, "Oh, it's in the way of my brand new shiny satellite dish. Please, please, please." Or of course he doesn't say please. He's just like, like he's like a used car salesman. He's very slick. He always gets his way, as far as we can tell. Like he, as soon as Stu goes back inside, he just goes ahead and cuts off the limb, and he's like, "Fuck you! It's on my side of the property." Like kind of an entitled asshole.
Hmm.
Because like he didn't have to put the dish there, right? Probably not.
No,
He
no,
could have put it in the backyard or something. Or maybe there's a
no,
lot of trees back there. We don't know.
but still couldn't compromise. Still had to get his way.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I was thinking about like the because talking about how Alan has
Yeah.
difficulties at school, and we don't really know too much about the background, but it's
No.
interesting to have a temperamental father who, you know, that might be part of the reason behind, Alan's rebellions or Alan's difficulties at school. Working with kids, I I will say, and this is definitely a myth that you don't want to assume anything, but a lot of kids who do have behaviors and difficulties, there are lots of difficulties at home. It's not always the case, sometimes there's just other factors that come up, but that could definitely be the case here where dad is just temperamental and it affects Alan.
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, also, slight retraction. There was a good reason for the satellite dish to be in the front yard. It's a Chekhov satellite dish that shields the Gorgonites at the end. And if it wasn't in the front yard, then they would have been fried because
Yes.
because of the power
Thank
pole
thank
overloading. Yeah,
God for Phil's foresight.
yeah, yeah.
He read the script.
Yeah, he did the work. He put the work in.
Oh, there's no political thing to say about it, but I love the use of music in this movie.
Oh yeah, soundtrack is slamming. I even like the little things like Christy casually mentioning that she likes Led Zeppelin, and then during the doll attack scene, Communication Breakdown starts playing. That's so funny.
So fucking good. Yeah, they use it for comedic moments the entire fucking movie. And
And as a musician, I can tell you that it was not easy to secure the licensing rights for Led Zeppelin at that time period. That's why you never heard them in movies, even though they were the biggest band on the planet. Their shit out, yeah.
I wonder how much the rights were for what's the other song they use, the when the soldiers are trying to get to lure the families out there and they play the that one song.
Oh, the Spice Girls.
Yeah, I wonder how much that was.
Oh, they were on top of the world at this point. Probably wasn't cheap, but like honestly, still probably easier to get than Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
But like, oh, that was a fun moment. Really, really, really want to zig a zig. Psychological leap.
Hell yeah.
It's funny because, well, sad because that U.S. soldiers still fucking do that shit. It's like, psychological torture through music.
Yeah. Oh my god. Another war illusion thing there.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And the fact that, like, yeah, they're AI, so they probably know like every fucking military tactic known to man. So it's an interesting dynamic for sure. If we get back to the Commando Elite versus the Gorgonites, yeah, the we know that essentially the Commando Elite are soldiers. They think they're soldiers, but what do the Gorgonites really think they are? That has a basis in the real world. And I guess it's the closest thing is, like you said, Native Americans. Just proud traditional warriors defending their own clan. That's it.
I was looking at the Wikipedia page and I saw that this despite this might be why it didn't go higher in the box office, but despite being like a kids movie, it received PG-13 rating because of the the drugs being put in the drink for the sleeping pills.
Right. That's America. We'll allow all the violence in the world, but God forbid there be any fucking drugs or swearing.
I will say that like that scene did stick out to me when I was a kid. I was just like, huh. What are they doing? Because Granny always fucking warned us about people putting things in your drink. Like, that
Yeah.
was big.
Yeah. God, she was paranoid about everything, though. She, like, almost every time.
Scared the
I
fuck
was
out of me.
Yeah. I mean, it's good advice. Always, never leave a drink unattended. Like, that goes for men and women.
Yeah, yeah. Well, now I never do because of that.
Yeah, well, good.
I also am petrified of white vans, even though I'm a grown ass man now.
Hey, if it's like a team of guys, it doesn't matter how big you are.
Do you have any other things to say?
I
We've
think we
definitely
covered.
dried out all my points.
That's okay. I gotta wrap up anyway. I gotta go. I got a thing in like 30 minutes. So I think we did a good job so far. Are there any final thoughts that you have?
I feel like we covered it. If you have not seen this movie and you are just listening to this out of pure just listening to something for fun, listening to go to sleep, please do yourself a favor and just watch this movie. I know it doesn't have a high score on Rotten Tomatoes. Fuck that. People just regurgitate the same ideas. Form your own opinion. It's awesome.
Right. The critics don't always get it right. We know that. Like, the most egregious example is The Thing.
Yeah. And that's definitely one of my top horror movies.
Yeah, fair. It's incredible. That's a movie I've seen like 20 times. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really fun movie. I enjoy it. I can. It's one of those movies that I can just put on whenever and just like kind of vibe to it. It's fun. I like comfy action movies, and this is definitely one of those.
Yeah, you can tell Mike's watched it 30 times based off of how easily you can quote it.
Yeah. Hey, that's almost every scene in this movie is burned into my brain. Yeah, I thought. Yeah. No, that's not what he said. What he actually said. Yeah. Verbatim. Yeah, it's funny. Okay, Small Soldiers, 1998, directed by Joe Dante. Hope you guys had fun with that because I know we did.
Yes.
All right. See you next time, everyone. Thanks, Billy, for coming.
I came.
You came. You said some pretty good stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I try.
Yeah, no, I always appreciate it when someone, says something that I'm going to say, so I don't have to say it.
Are you sure about that?
Usually. No, that's not why I got upset. I got upset because there was something that you weren't saying that I desperately wanted to say.
Fair enough.
If you had said it, I would have been like, okay, let's move on. But yeah. When are we doing the thing?
Oh, are you gonna stop recording?
Yeah, I was just fucking around.
I
See you
mean, we could
guys.
do the bye.
Politics and movies.